Shelter when you are stranded in the woods, on your way to your destination, or just as a temporary shelter for a few days is one of the most important aspects to survival. Without shelter, you are exposed to the elements and your chances of survival are lowered. Most people carry a tent with them as a part of their camping or bug-out gear. Tarps are great for making shelters with. They are tough and have grommets to stake or tie the corners. Add a tarp along with the poncho and you can make a slightly larger shelter or add a floor to the shelter you make with the poncho. If you have two tarps, you can make a larger shelter and have a floor. Two 6-foot by 6-foot or 8-foot by 6-foot tarps and some rope or parachute cord will allow you to make some nice shelters. Some people also carry a pole or two so that they don't have to use sticks to support their shelter. Fire is one of the most basic skills to have, yet it is quite amazing how many people can't start a fire without dry wood and fuel at hand. Fire is a skill that should be practiced by anyone who spends time away from civilization. Anyone can practice making a fire in their backyard. Fire is the means to warmth, water purification, cooking food, and a general sense of well-being. The following tips will help you start fires in less than ideal conditions with limited tools. I practice with flint and steel, but I prefer a lighter when available. To build a typical campfire, you'll need 3 types of fuel. These are tinder, kindling, and logs. The first rule of fire making is to always have twice as much of each as you think you'll need. Have these ready before you ever strike a match. In a survival situation, the hard part is getting the first flame to take to your tinder. Once you have a nice little pile of tinder material burning, it is relatively easy to get the rest of the fire going. There are a multitude of mosses, grasses, and other thin and fibery materials that can be easily ignited. A key to these is that they need to be dry. When walking along the woods, I collect wispy-looking materials and put them in my shirt pocket. Body heat dries them out in a hurry. Some other great tinder that will ignite in just about any conditions are toilet paper. The large, black, lumpy growths on the side of birch trees is a type of fungus that burns very well. Lop or break off a clump. It's orange to brownish on the inside, and this can ignite with a spark and forms a very nice coal. Dryer lint. If you knew how flammable this stuff really was, you'd be carrying a fire extinguisher around with you. It only takes a spark. Once I learned this, I became fanatical about cleaning the lint screen in my dryer. I hope the information that I've shared with you will help in any survival situation you may find yourself in.